What's going on? It's your boy God by 2009. Got another good one for y'all today. I hope everybody had a wonderful week. I know I usually don't take this long. Sometimes I do take this long, but I really appreciate it. Thank you for all the love for my last videos. If you haven't checked them out, please make sure you watch them. I really appreciate that. Let me set everything up, give everybody some time to come in. But as you see, this title is Through the Scorpio Man's Eyes, because I chose this title because, in particular, you always hear different stories. You can always hear different things about people saying, oh, I understand this about him, or I seen Scorpio Man do this, or I heard they do this. And, I'm going to give it to you, through our eyes, try to make you understand certain things through the way he probably would see it, or things that you wouldn't really understand that you would probably want to know. So I'm gonna go into it a little bit more deeper than I usually will. So I'm just give everybody a little time to come in, give me some time to set up. Y'all make sure y'all like as y'all enter the chat room. Let me see. Just getting everything started. Because a lot of times when you're in a relationship with a Scorpio, a lot of times I hear a lot of y'all stories. Y'all run into brick walls, or certain things happen, or certain things become out seem like they're out of the blue, and you don't understand what's going on. So I'm gonna break that down for y'all. Just give me a second.
Hey, what are you doing up there? I'm applying.
Thank you so much. I appreciate all the love. Just giving y'all some time. That's all. Give everybody a little time. Give me some time to set up. Because a lot of times when I feel like, as me personally as Scorpio man, a lot of times I feel like a lot of times we are misunderstood. A lot of times, you know, a lot of stuff goes over people's heads. A lot of people really don't look at the deeper aspects, not just of a Scorpio man. Because like I tell y'all, it's when I talk about these things, it's not just about one individual in particular, but this is about just about people looking into things deep in a deeper aspect, period. You know what I'm saying? So if you're not that type of individual that really looks into things deeper than A, B, and C, what I mean by looking things deeper than A, B, and C, then look into what's the norm, what's considered the casual way of doing things, what's considered your way of doing things. Is if you're not able to look outside of that, able to look outside the same motion of doing things, you're not gonna understand him. You're not gonna get him. So let me give y'all. I'm gonna give y'all some time, but I really appreciate all the love. I had to do something, a little something for y'all. If it's only a few of y'all, then it'll just be only a few of us. It'll just be a few of us having fun. That'll be all right. But make sure if you haven't seen the last few videos, make sure you check that out. I really appreciate it. I'm just getting everything set up because I know a lot of times I jump into these and I don't really give y'all time to really get into the chat room. So I'm trying to give y'all some time because I'm gonna start giving out notices and stuff like that. But I do like to surprise y'all and just see what certain time limits do, and like I just try different things out. So y'all just give me a time, get things in order. Let me see. Cause y'all know how I do. I start off just giving everybody a chance to come in, and I ease my way onto it. But y'all know when I get into it, I jump into it real heavy. So y'all just give me a second. Uh, And I'm gonna make sure I put my email links. I don't know if any of my moderators here yet, but I'm gonna make sure I put my links in. Hey, Skyhook, I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Now I'm gonna go into this. Okay. At certain times, I know a lot of y'all jump into, a lot of times in relationships with Scorpio, a lot of times it's hard to really figure this out, especially during the beginning stages when you don't really, when you first really getting to know us. But you got to understand and look at things not just through your own eyes at times. When you're dealing with us, you got to, look at it in a deep perspective, look at it through the eyes of a man that's mysterious. You got to look at it through the eyes of a man that's, a deep thinker. He's not going to be that. When I mean by a deep thinker, I mean by a person not just dwelling on things, a person that dwells on things up to an extreme. We dwell on things to the furthest extent. We always looking to find the truth into the meaning of things, and we always looking, especially when we're dealing with people, when we're dealing with individuals. We're not the type of people that takes, she seems like she look like this, and so she seems like that, so I'm gonna just take it for that. She seems like a cool person I can approach. We had a couple of good encounters, so I'm gonna go ahead and shoot my shot. Yeah, we will have that type of encounter, but at times, at the same time, we are not those type that's gonna be those type in particular that just jump on board, that just hop into a situation or hop into with the individual. We like to build with people. We like to understand the deeper in-depth parts of people. That's why at times when you first approaching him, when you first dealing with him, you got to understand that he's not going to be Mr. We're not those individuals that's going to play Mr. Friendly. We're gonna be more authentic and more real, more raw. Just like I told y'all, when you're dealing with a Scorpio man, and you got to think of the thoughts of Scorpio man, you got to think in terms of being raw. You got to think of masculinity. You got to think of reserved to a certain extent, but at the same time, we reserve, but we have a raw edge. You know what I'm saying? So you got to understand us, and you got to break us down to so many little details, because you will miss enormous part of us. That's why a lot of times when y'all tell me, oh, I'm just dealing with this situation, I just got in a situation, I'm dealing with a Scorpio man, God, but I can't understand him. I don't understand where he coming from. I don't know where he's going. Why is he approach us? Why he approached me, and then have a certain distance, or why Scorpios, when they in love or in a relationship, why do they have a certain way of articulating ourselves, or why we so distant in the beginning? Is because you got to understand that even though I tell y'all, when we do grow into our ego stage and the phoenix stage, you got to understand we do learn to let people in. We do become more extroverted, but at the same time, we're not just going to let anybody in. We're not just going to deal with anybody. We're not going to just tolerate anybody. We have to know the deepest aspects of a person. It's not because a lot of times we say we're paranoid, but if we do, you can say that, but it's not the type of paranoid where, I'm insecure about this, I'm insecure about that, but it's the type of paranoid where, if is this a person I can trust? If this is a person that has a certain integrity about herself? Do this individual has a certain intelligence about herself? Even when it comes to friends, you know what I'm saying? Even when it comes to dealing with friends, and choosing people we hang out with, we're not gonna hang out. You're not gonna see a Scorpio hang out with somebody that we feel that's gonna talk about us behind our back. We're not gonna trust somebody that switches on us every other day. He's not gonna give you that certain energy that you're looking for. And if you're the type of individual, say for instance, that you hang with a big crowd and you keep a big crowd around you all the time, you always got something going on, you always running your mouth, you know what I'm saying? Even though he might come off as a type of individual that be more lenient towards that, and and don't really care about that, and he's cool with you, and he's like, okay, she's more extroverted. Even though he might come off as being laid back or being cool about the situation or being neutral about it, he's going to look at you, and he's going to observe you even deeper, because he's going to see he's going to know that you spread your energy very, very thin. And we got to understand, when you're dealing with it, it's not he's not being the type that be like, oh, I got to keep, I'm a Scorpio, so I'm very controlling, so I got to keep you all to myself, or, oh, you can't, I don't like her hanging around a lot of people because I'm not trusting. No, it's not that type of situation. When you're dealing with him, he's going to look at you as being spreading your energy thin, because he know, we all know deep inside, whether we want to admit it or not, that it's only, you can probably trust maybe a handful of people in this lifetime. If you're blessed, if you're super anointed, blessed, you might get two handfuls. That's a rarity. That's a 1%. A percentage of, that's a fraction of 1%. That you get that. So if you spreading your energy between 15, even 15 people, I mean, consistently spreading your energy between 15 people, this continually trying to spread your energy between this, trying to spread your energy between that, he's not going to be the type that really graduate, you know to be taking, he's not going to be the type that really gravitate towards you. He's not going to be the type that really want to be in that space, because we're not the type of individual that's going to try to pull your coattail, or try to, if we know, we already sensed that in the beginning, we know what type of individual you are. If you type of person that he's going to have to, um break, he's gonna have to, we, even though they say Scorpio, we do have that type of thing where we're very close net. He's not going to be the type of individual that's going to chase you. He will keep it consistent. One thing about it, if you're consistent with him, he's going to keep it consistent with you. If you're flim flammy, and some days you consistent with him on certain things, and another day you consistent, he's gonna mirror back that same energy. If you're a type of a person that's always here, that's always there, and he's always got to pull you to the side, he's not gonna be that individual that's gonna, even though we do have an aggressive way of merging towards people, and being magnetic and bringing people in, he's not gonna tolerate that. He's not gonna look for you. He's gonna fade into the background until he eventually disappears, and find, and it's not that he's looking for, a different situation, or looking for, you know better female or whatever, but he's gonna go, whether it's by himself or whether it's another situation, he's gonna move forward, even with, dealing with dudes, like having friends. How you say Scorpio, why Scorpios always by ourselves, why we always rolling as almost, a lone rangers, because you see dudes, you observe. We don't just observe the females that we deal with as far as relationship. We observe the people that we call friends, or even the people that we would call so-called acquaintances. So if I see you, say for instance, if he sees his buddy that's supposed to be his buddy, hanging amongst his enemies. If you see his buddy, gossiping, always gossiping like a female on Facebook. If he always see his male friends always doing funny stuff, being inconsistent, even with homeboys and friends being inconsistent, be like, oh, I'm cool with you sometimes, but next thing you turn around, you're doing funny stuff. Don't we always view that? We look at that. We look at that very seriously. Like, just like I told y'all, for my old viewers that been watching me for a while, when I told you about the situation with a dude I had, what I'm saying, that was like, that was cool. That was my boy, what I'm saying? But even from the beginning, when we were young, I could always see the certain traits of him. I could see the traits of jealousy. I could see the traits of hate. I could see his animosity and certain things that he did, because you got to understand, we are a person of little detail. He is a, not saying, you can call it petty, you can call it different things, you can call it him being overreacting, you can call it him, taking things to, extreme. But one thing about when you're dealing with this man, he looks at every little detail. He looks at stuff that you won't pay attention to, stuff that you probably would need to, pay attention to, stuff that you would need to, concentrate on. You know what I'm saying? If you're not consistent with him and you always doing certain things, he's going to pay attention to it. He's going to look exactly at it. If you're not the type of person that really pay attention to what you say and how you say it, if you're not the type of person that's really in tune with yourself, he will make you in tune with yourself, not because he's trying to make you feel bad or he's trying to even make you feel good. He's going to make you understand exactly who you are. If you, he's not going to pat your ego. He's not going to give you undeserved compliments or undeserved love. He's not going to give you any of that. He's gonna be very serious with you. If you say for instance, if you have a certain thing where y'all text and you have conversation and stuff like that, you do have Scorpios that will fade away into the dark. That will have a certain silence, at certain times. But when he reaches out to you, understand this. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not talking about the ones that always have to find him, or it's like looking under a boulder. I'm talking about if you have to go, if he got to get to the point where he has to always wonder in certain situations, or he always have to second guess you, or we always have to look over our shoulder for where you are. We a type, even if he seems like he's very detached, if you seem like you're a person that's very distant, if you seem like a person that's flim flam, he's gonna see that. He's gonna read that immediately. Be consistent with him, even if it seems like it's a small detail, even if it seems like it's not serious. Please understand that it's very serious with us. It's very urgent with us. Don't play games. Don't beat around the bush, because he will read that. He will read right through you, and he won't even. And a lot of times with us, when it comes to the Scorpio man fading to the back, we will fade away because we already see it. We already know it. We don't feel like he's not gonna be that individual that's gonna feel like, oh, I have to explain this to her, or I have to have this sit down and talk with her and tell her I don't like this. It should already to us in our eyes, and just like the title I'm putting just through a Scorpio eyes, we already see, you already know, you already understand, because you got to understand he is a person that looks at you in a deep aspect. This man has really, really looked into you. He looked into your heart. He's looked into your soul. He's the type of person that break a individual down into parts, into details. He don't just look at you as one whole. You know what I'm saying? He looks at you in every detail and every bit. So if you inconsistent, if you plan, or if you have a certain seriousness about it, even if you be like, oh yeah, I want love, and I want this and I want that, but your actions show contrary, he will react in that same matter, whether it's us fading away, whether it's not talking to you ever again, whether it's blocking you from something, whether it's treating you to a certain extent as a distant stranger. You put yourself in that position. One thing about us is we do give 100,000%. So if you're not real with them, if you're not 100% with them, if you're not loyal with us, if we can't trust you, if you always mingling amongst with our enemies, if you know for 100 fact, even, and this gonna sound crazy, but I got to let y'all know this because this is a important part. If you know for a fact that you gossip about this man, if you know for a fact that you do this man dirty behind his back, if you know for a fact that you talk about him recklessly with other people, even if he don't see you physically doing that, even if he don't see you physically doing those actions of doing grimy stuff, if he knows your intentions, he knows you, he knows your heart, he knows your personality. So if you're doing something intentionally to get certain reactions out of him, he's gonna see that. If you're saying certain things behind his back that you would never say in front of his face, he will know that. We know people. We know how people are. We know we can read people very fast. And at the same time, that's why he will. That's why in the beginning, he'll talk to you and he'll be staring at you, and you seem like he's very attracted to you, and he's very absorbing your energy. A lot of times he won't say something because certain times we see certain things in the individual, certain actions in the individual. We'll see it in them. We'll look at you. We'll look at not just how you treat anybody. We'll look at how you treat good people. We look at how you treat people that are that are around you in your closest circle. We look at things like that. We observe things. So let me go into this. I'm gonna put my link down. Y'all show me some love if you in the chat room. Y'all make sure y'all show me some love. Donate if you can. I'm gonna put my link down if you want to email me. Yeah, make sure you donate if you want advice and things of that nature. Make sure you support. I really appreciate the support. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button also to show that love, because you got to understand this is a man of, even though we have a reserved look, and I told y'all in this last video, I told y'all this a couple of times, even though he might have a reserved look, he will not be soft whatsoever. He is nothing to be played around with. Don't try to make him jealous. Don't try to play funny games. Don't try to be conniving. Don't try to be sneaky, because it's only going to get you in a unpredictable, chaotic situation. Don't play around with us. Don't if you wanna you know if you want to get the arch in your back like a camel, then just let us know. But if you want to get treated like a queen, then let us know. We have no qualms and no problems, and we will not react in no type of way if you tell us, hey, I'm just a hot girl. I just want you to put the hump in my back like a camel. Okay, you gonna be a camel. You're not gonna be wifey. You're not gonna be Cinderella. You gonna be a camel. You gonna get rolled like a camel. You know what I'm saying? When you want water, we will give you some water when it's break time. Then we're gonna get back on you and ride you like a camel. You know what I'm saying? But if you're not that lady of substance, if you're not a woman of loyalty, if you're not a woman of certain if you're not the person that you try to make yourself out to be, we will call you out on it. We will tell you about yourself. We will bring that to your attention. Let me see. Just like if you're a funny acting dude, if you a weird acting cat and you always doing funny stuff, you always talking trash about people, you always gossiping about people, you always hating on the sidelines, you always throwing subliminal shots. We ain't got the answer back to you. We're not gonna reply to you because we got better things to do. We got more energy to put into more things that are much more important, things that are much more beneficial to us. So we're not the type to reply to every little thing. We look at it and we see it and we understand it. Even if it's a little thing, whether y'all know how it goes when in these relationships, especially when you're dealing with females. Y'all know how y'all say that little slick stuff and think it's gonna go. And most of the time, sometimes it goes over a lot of guys' head. It's not gonna go over this man's head. It's gonna go right here. It's gonna go right here to you know how they say the third. It's gonna hit right here up in the third eye area. He's gonna hit right. He's gonna bounce it right back to you. Don't think for an instance even if he's not replying back, even if he's lets it go. Don't think he didn't catch that. He's not gonna play around. He's not gonna be type of dude that sit around and play Mr. Tag Along or play Mr. BS around. He's not that type of individual. He's not gonna play around with you. You know what I'm saying? That's why one reason we take it very seriously when it comes to relationship, because we know what part a person want to play. We will ask you, we will give you that benefit of the doubt. If you know what I'm saying. So let me make sure get this. Y'all give me a second. Make sure I speak to everybody. Every time I speak to everybody, it don't feel right until I speak to everybody. Let me see what's going on. Sky 11 Hook, thank you so much. Yeah, make sure everybody show some love. Show some love if you can. I appreciate the love. Make sure you donate if you can. What's going on, 5 Evolving? What's going on? I appreciate all the love. Let me see. Because a lot of times I be like, a lot of times I be like, where do I stand? One thing about us is we don't just react. Just like I told you, it builds up, and it grows into a reaction. It grows into a feeling. It grows into a certain event, because we're not the type that's gonna just be like, oh, We'll sit and observe before we say something to you. We'll sit even when we become angry and when it seems like we're blasting off, when we seem like we just going off, the realm. You got to understand that it's been well thought out. It's been the emotions have been built up. The is accurate. It's appropriate for that moment, even if it's overreacting or whatever. We know we have thought it out. We think out everything. Even when we're getting angry or when he gets to the point where he's not saying anything to you, is because it's something that you're not doing. A lot of times it's something that it's a feeling that is not there. It's a personal issue that hasn't been that hasn't been. Hold on, think. Hold on, something's froze up. Y'all, give me a second. It's something that hasn't been handled. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times we don't try to. I know one individual told me, don't you understand when you go into these deep silences, it's so hurtful. Or it's when you don't say anything to your partner, it's very painful, it's very hurtful, and it's very confusing when y'all go into these silences. It's not because we're trying to be hurtful. It's not because we're trying to make the person feel lonely. It's not because we're trying to make the person feel bad. But I told you at the time, it's like a volcano. We're trying to keep our composure because we are a man of very, you know people. A lot of people say, oh yeah, he got a little charisma, but do they? When it comes to a Scorpio, we live that word. We don't just. It's not just a characteristic. It's just not a small part of our actions. A small part of interacting with us. We live charismatic. That's who we are. We everything in us is going to scream passion. It's going to scream It's going to have a certain aggression. It's going to have a certain rawness. It's not always about him being angry. It's not about him, raising his voice. It's not about him having some type of overreaction. But he's going to do it with charisma. Everything we do is with charisma. And a lot of times when we open up to people and tell people things, they don't. They take it a certain way. We know our words have a different impact than just regular John Doe just saying something to you. A lot of times y'all, how y'all are, especially with y'all more, aggressive, more, very, you know, women with certain egos. Y'all know certain times a man come to you and he don't have a certain aggression. It's not gonna be taken as seriously. You're not gonna look at it as seriously. You're not gonna take it for what it is. You're gonna be like, whatever. He always whining. You be like, can you stop doing this? And what, baby, I tried to, I tried to get up with you, but and then nah, he gonna do that. He be like, hey, yo, I keep trying to come at you, and I'm tired. I'm tired of coming. I'm tired of having this discussion, and this is the last time I'm having it. Period. And then he's gonna disappear. He's not gonna. He's not doing the whole 20-minute thing. He's not gonna sit there and have no family. He's not gonna have no big meeting. He's not trying to have no council meeting. He's not doing any of that. If you don't get the picture, you're not gonna get it. Let me see. Uh, he's not gonna do no frivolous whining. He's not gonna sit there and keep trying to pat you on your shoulder. It's gonna get to the point where he's gonna start becoming erratic. It's gonna get to the point where he's gonna start becoming more aggressive because all that sniveling and mousing around and good gerbil and can baby, please baby, can you just for once like man, come on, get yourself together. Do you hear? Are you hard of hearing? Do you understand? Do you read lips? He's gonna be raw with you. He's gonna be real with you. He's not gonna tiptoe around the tulips. He's not gonna rub you like a kitten head. He ain't doing none of that. 'Cause if you get to the point, and we understand that, so a lot of times before we go into these big fits and let loose and tell you exactly what you need to hear, we'll go into a silence. We'll back away before we get to a point where we start being erratic. Before it get to the point where we start getting sick of you. Let me see. We realize it's better to just get away from the situation as a whole. Let me see. Cause y'all know relationships. Whether y'all say men do this and men do, y'all know it can be a headache. Y'all know y'all don't understand because y'all don't look at it through a Scorpio's eyes. Y'all don't look at it through the way we see things. We see things so much serious than most people. We take things so much serious than most people. We move so much quicker and react and to certain things much more quicker than people because we feel it much more than people. We live with this heart and soul. We all heart and soul. When we talk about Scorpio, it's all heart and soul. It's all real. It's all action. It's all real. We all human, but it's we don't have that funny stuff. We don't know how to be halfway. Let me let me have a halfway discussion with her. Let me know how. Let me know halfway. Let me know how it's irritate me a little bit. Let me know that I let her know that I don't like that. You know what I'm saying? Just for instance, and one thing, this is another thing you got to know. He's not gonna play second base. He's not gonna play third base. You know what I'm saying? He's not doing any of that. He's not gonna play back seat. He's not taking the back seat. He's not doing any of that. And unless you're comfortable with playing the back seat and playing, because we'll shove you almost in the trunk, if put you in the car seat if you want it. But he's not going to play that. He's not going to, if you type one that's like, um, my friend, this guy, I get like, don't play that, do not play that game because you got to understand, when it comes to Scorpio, man, we have that same magnetism. Most of them are used to dealing with dudes that don't really have that same edge as they have, don't really have that same confidence as they have, don't have that same aura to lure people and have people attract to them as they can. So don't think that for a second that if for every person that you think is making you feel all flat and that's making you all, he will have 50 for everyone that you have. But at the same time, if he puts you on that pedestal, he will keep you on there. But if he know that you, man, I'm gonna have to start making examples because y'all gonna make me start cutting up. He's gonna knock you off that pedestal. You think you sitting on top of the world? He's gonna knock you down. He's gonna knock you off that pedestal because you don't deserve that pedestal. If you type that's always doing that plan and always like this, don't do none of that guy. He's not gonna do none of that guy friend stuff. He's not playing none of those games unless the only time he will play, and I don't care how nobody take it. The only time he's gonna play that, oh, he my the guy's my friend, or certain stuff like that, play that type of game. Then let him sleep with your best friend. Let him sleep with your cousin. Let him sleep with your coworkers. If you can have friends, let him have some friends. We might take it to another extreme, but you already know that a male friend, is nothing more than a simpy Negro just waiting his turn. That's all a male friend is. He's just waiting on his turn to hit it. like, come on. Unless he's gay, unless he's just a complete simp. You know what I'm saying? So don't play that game with him because it's gonna end up bad. We don't. It ain't no halfway. It ain't no. We don't play that. We don't play half court. If you're gonna be in this situation, be on the team with the Scorpio. We playing full court ball. It ain't no halfway. I'm gonna do this like this. No, no, you ain't doing it like nothing because he ain't gonna tolerate it. You can do it like that and have it like that and be this and be crazy all you want, but you're gonna do it with a whole different situation with a whole different man. Because Scorpio he's the type that will drop everything no matter what the reaction is. Uh, Let me see. What's going on, my boy Wayne Jasper? I appreciate it, man. Liness, Lena Secretful. Hey Nina, I really appreciate it. Thank you for the love. Hey Sarah. Hey, what's going on, Sarah? Hey Hey Whitney. Hey Scorpy. Yes, you know how people be like to us, like what's wrong after we get quiet. after they did some fake stuff, but we already be knowing. Absolutely. A lot of people, when we react to certain things, or when we say certain things, or when we have certain, actions and take certain actions on people, don't a lot of people come off surprised because they don't really look at themselves. They don't really take they situation seriously. And he's gonna take you as seriously as, and I'm gonna say it 100 times, he's gonna take you as seriously as he as you take him. He's gonna put you on the same pedestal as you put him. He's gonna put you as a priority as much as you put him as a priority. If you get to the point where you start feeling yourself and you start get to the point where you don't feel like doing certain things, or you not gonna hold your position as his woman, he's gonna push you off to the side. We're not the type that's gonna take second and third best. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna want the best out of you, just like you're gonna want the best out of him. Let me see. Hello, God body. I hope you keep this up. I barely have any service where I'm at right now. Okay. Uh, hey, mover. Hey, mover. I appreciate the love. Thank you so much. We Scorpios are complex individuals. Yeah, you right about that, Wayne. You right about that, bro. I don't see the big, huge comments like I usually do, which is good because it helped me keep going. Let me see. They already know what they did and they be trying to read us. Yeah, they be trying to read us. A lot of them know exactly what they be doing. They know exactly what they do to get certain reactions out of us. They know exactly what they done. But a lot of times people will lie to themselves. They'll lie to other people around them. They'll make up these scenarios in their head, try to make themselves feel less guilty, try to make themselves take less accountability, less responsibility. They want everything to fall on our shoulders, but they're not going to look at themselves in that same light. They're not going to reflect that light in that same view. They're not going to hold that same sternness with themselves. If you want him to communicate with you, if you want him to be close with you, if you want him to be loving to you, then show that same love. Be that loving person. Be that cool individual. But if you're not, don't play that role. Make sure y'all hit that like button. I appreciate all the love. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I appreciate all the love. Hey, Miss Marzelli. Let me see. Let me see what more we're talking about. Do Scorpios believe in love at first sight? Um, Not really, because you can't. We believe in lust at first sight, but not. I mean, it's we do attract the people fast, but even if it's love at first sight, we don't had he's gonna have certain conversations with you. It's not gonna be like a situation where, oh, I see her and I know that's the lady for me. No, like, no, we have to have certain discussions and certain deep topics and deep understanding of each other. Certain, even if we can tell that a couple of conversations. Yeah, we can tell if you a person meant for us. We can tell if you that individual. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button too. We can tell that. Let me see. I see y'all starting to come up in here. And if you just coming up here, please make sure you hit that like button. Sagittarius woman 32. Hey, glad I caught up with you today. Thank you. I'm glad to see you. Thank you so much. I appreciate the love. Thank you so much. Uh, yep. And we point out something that ain't right. Nobody listen. Then a few weeks later, something blow up, and people like, you said it, didn't you said it, didn't you? We do feel and sense things faster and don't say. Yeah, a lot of times we will say something about certain things, and we will put certain things on a certain blast and let people know about certain things about themselves. We will let them know because we are very seriously we can sense things, not like trying to be a psychic or nothing, but it's like we have a discernment. You know what I'm saying? Just like um I love using that word because one of my favorite guys. Some people might know him. I don't even want to say his name because I sometimes I forget y'all because I told y'all when y'all dealing with us, we're very real and very raw. So I don't be wanting to put people names and say people names, even if it's a good. I only say people names in a good light, but I don't want to say people names because everybody don't want to be. You know what I'm saying? Everybody don't want to be. You know, so I just let it be what it is. But we have a certain discernment for things. We read certain things. We know when people are with us. We know when somebody's going to turn against you. We know when somebody is being funny. We have a certain sixth sense about that. We know when somebody is trying to. We know we just know. We know when somebody's trying to be funny with us. We know somebody is being distant towards us. We know when somebody's being funny towards us. We know when somebody hates us. We know when somebody despises us. We know when people we don't give a damn. You could send us 100 invitations to your wedding. I mean to every event that you have in the next 5, 15 years, and we know that you despise us and hate our guts. You just wanted to get us into these events so you can scrutinize us, so you can make up lies, so you can gossip about us, so you can make up things that we said that we didn't say, so you can say we did things that we didn't do. So if we're not there in the first place, you ain't gonna be able to say jack. You ain't gonna be able to make up anything. You ain't gonna be able to manipulate nothing. You ain't gonna be able to drain us out our energy. We know when somebody like even with many people like especially with when I'm really in love with somebody, like I tell them, like I sense some, I'll be like, that person is doing this, and even if they laugh it off and be like, you crazy, are you overthinking that? I tell you, I'll be like, I'm telling you, don't do that. I'm telling you, don't go this way. I'm telling you, this is gonna be that, and they won't listen. They won't listen. They take and be like, he being overreacting now. Like, would you rather have a passive aggressive person that will let you walk off the cliff, a passive aggressive person that will let you walk off the cliff and kill yourself? Are you rather have that person that will yank you by your collar? Man, get over here before you kill yourself, you idiot! You about to walk off a cliff. I don't care how you take it. Get over here. We those type of individuals. We don't care how you take it. We'll save you whether you like it or not. We'll tell you whether you like it or not, because we care about you that much. Most people don't have that much love in them. They don't have. People say they love, but they don't have that much love in them. They don't understand what it means. A lot of people rather be around fools and phonies and fakes. They don't want to be around somebody that tell them, hey, that's stupid. Or hey, that joke ain't funny. Or hey, I don't want to go there. Hey, I don't want to eat that. I don't want to live like that. I don't want to look like that. I'm gonna tell you what's on my heart. I'm not gonna lie to you. I love you too much to do that. I'm gonna tell you exactly what's going on. And that's why a lot of people can't match with us, because they want liars. They want cheaters around them. They want liars around them. They don't want people that's real. Oh, and one thing about us, we real. We'll shake you to the core. We live that. We don't just talk that. We walk the walk. We stomp the stomp. What like Martin said, we stomp with the big dogs. We stomp hard. We stomp hard in the yard. For real. I don't just say this on no doggone computer. I walk hard off this thing. I walked hard before I even started doing this. Godbody ain't just hop up here, just start having so much charisma. I just building some persona for myself. I've been like this before I even started doing that. Before I even started even thinking about this, before this platform even existed, I was the same way in the 90s. I was the same way. My mom had to tear the skin off of my high pots because when I was 6, 7 years old, I was hanging with teenagers. I thought I was grown. I was hanging out. That's another thing I gotta tell y'all. When you have Scorpio children, you got to watch them, because we have a curious mind, especially at a young age. The Scorpio child will be the type. He will be the type of young little boy that he'll find the pornos under your bed. He'll find the pornos behind the closet. He'll look at the naked girls in the movies and be like, what's that? You know what I'm saying? Oh, like that's what's up. You know what I'm saying? Be like, and we'll think of stuff before he even hit puberty. He'll start already be like, ooh. be like, oh, I like the way she wear them stockings. She got some nice legs. You know what I'm saying? Even at a young age, I wasn't supposed to be thinking about stuff like that. He will already start having a graphic mind. He'd be like, oh, ooh, like that's pretty nice. Bathing suits are good. Bathing suits and females are matched. That's a match. That goes together. We have a kinky mind he will be naughty at an early age. You might find yourself having to discipline this child multiple times, but you got to understand he's going to be very independent. He's going to have, even if you have 10 kids, if you have one Scorpio child, he's going to be different out of all those children. It's going to be something about him or her that's going to be different from the rest of your children. He's, like I was the type, I would go off, like, I can remember it like it was yesterday. It was 96. Matter of fact, it was in 96. I left. We first moved to this neighborhood. It was a rough neighborhood too. It was you know how you go outside as kids, you know what I'm saying? You just hanging, but I'm a Scorpio, hard headed, knock on wood, you know what I'm saying, hard headed. I had to hang out with the big boys. I wanted to hang with the big boys, hang with the big dogs. So they're like, man, like, come on, let's go to my house. I'm sitting around them. They smoking, they drinking beers, they playing cards. I'm sitting there looking like I ain't doing none of this. I'm a kid. I'm like, I'm hanging with the big guys. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh, like cool. Like, but that's how we are. We had that same individual mind, and I got in so much trouble. It got to the point where they thought I was missing. They thought somebody had abducted me, but I always had an independent mind. I always had a way of going the way I wanted to go. I never had fear. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have that same fear like, oh, I can't leave the park because my mama told me it's stranger. You a stranger. I'm like, oh, we cool. Because I didn't, even at that age, I didn't just blend with anybody. I'm like, oh, you cool. You know what I'm saying? We gonna hang together, and it's crazy. I got to meet. I can never forget it. I got to meet his grandmother. She would chain she would chain smoking and cuss it. You like y'all little MFers gonna get out my house. I'm getting tired of y'all bringing them little MFers in my house. You know what I'm saying? It's just certain things that we live life. When you talk about Scorpio, we don't pretend like we don't read about life. We don't view life. He's gonna live it. He's gonna be extreme with it. Let me see. Point out. Okay, let me make sure I get everybody because I see a lot of y'all just coming in. Thank you for whoever, all the people that just coming in. Y'all make sure y'all like. I appreciate all the love. Anything because earlier, people called us serious and sensitive. Yeah, we're serious because we know if we're not serious, a lot of people not going to understand us. A lot of people are not going to take us serious when we do get serious. Like if people know you a serious person, then they will take you seriously. If you always come off as a clown, then people going to take you as a clown. So we know in order to be taken for the impression that we want, we have to show that same attitude. And we is sensitive, but it's not the same sensitive. Like it's the same sensitive. As a Cancer, but not the same reaction. Now you see what I'm saying? It's the same in depth. It has the same deepness. It has the same sorrow when it comes to our sensitivity, when it comes to our vulnerability, when our nature. But we won't show it. We won't wear it on our shoulder. Cancer will wear it more outwardly on their sleeve and show it in reaction. We will show it in reaction, but we'll hold it in. We'll hold it in. We'll hold it in. We'll hold it in, and we'll react to it. Uh, a Cancer will let it right there. They'll let it off right there on the spot, especially if they've been drinking. Do not try a Cancer when they've been drinking because they will embarrass you. They the type that will flip over the table. They the type that will cry. They will let everybody know that you hurt their feelings. They will let everybody know that you're a jerk. They will cry. They will put they will put you out there. They will talk about you like a dog. They, and the thing is, they will love you to death. They will still love you. They will still keep your picture in their house, but they will hold a grudge. They will hold a grudge like this. They say no, they hold a grudge worse than Scorpios do. At least I think from my experiences. they will hold a grudge. Do score? Okay, yeah, I answered that. Hey, Joy Overton, how often do Scorpios perceive? Hold on, I skipped some. Hold on. I'm going too fast. I'm going real fast. Uh, yeah, I answered that. When I was younger, I say when we're younger, we do have that emotion. We have we still have that same sensitivity. I say when we're young, we do wear our sensitivity on our shoulders because we do fall in love quick. We are very sensitive. We are the type that will be very, but we still be very introverted. It'll still be kept into close. Even when I was young, you know, a Scorpio. Because I'm telling y'all through a Scorpio guys, because I see a couple of y'all coming in and out. I really appreciate those who sticking in there with me. I love y'all. You know, we'll keep it introverted to ourselves. Like I would sit there even after going coming from class in school in elementary school. I would shut myself in my room and just be in my own world. I would think about everything that happened that day. I would think about all the situations. I would think about all the reactions of people. I'll just sit there and dwell on things, and especially when I like girls, like I would be in like girls, like I would like not being no egotistical or nothing like that. Like I had a lot of girls that liked me when I was even at a little age, and so I was like, but I was still very shy. You know, a lot of Scorpios we're very quiet and very shy at that age. So I was like, but at the same time, I still had that attraction. It's more of an inward attraction. It's just like it would be more the stereotypical Scorpio when it comes to when we were young. It's like we crush real hard and we fall for people real hard behind closed doors when we're young. We don't really display it too much. Let me see. Hey God body finally caught you. Hey Cat D. Hey. Hey Wonders. Hey Q Quinn Lee. Hey Wonders Love. Good morning. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I be looking for y'all. I be looking for y'all. Hint, 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 hint. I be looking for y'all. Where you be? Where y'all at? I see a lot of y'all be up on my Facebook and all that, but where y'all be at in the chat room? Where the love at? Where is the love? Let me see. Yeah, welcome to all the new babies. Yeah, thank you, Wonders Love. I really appreciate it. Uh, I still say yeah, it's possible. Let me see. Did Mova say something else? Okay, that's fair. Just a first sight. Yeah, we do fall hard for people. When we do fall, we fall hard because we put all our energy, all our attention, all our attraction into the situation. Yeah, thanks Scorpio for answering her question. Joy Overton, how often do Scorpios perceive situations in the wrong way though? What you mean, Joy? You gotta give me can can you go a little bit deeper for me if you don't mind? Hey, Nula Evans. So, do Scorpio know when somebody is falling in love, or in love? Yes, we definitely do because we know we look at details. We know when somebody's paying extra close attention to us. We know when somebody loves us. We know by the attention they put into us. We know by their actions. We know by the way they perceive us. We know by the way they understand us. We know by the way they talk to us if they love us. And sometimes you know it's certain situations where it's hard for us to believe in the beginning. It might be a little bit hard for him to break that shell in the beginning because it's hard to believe at times because of the world that we live in today. It's hard to believe that it's still possible, to find that type of situation. So how often do Scorpios perceive such situations in the wrong way though? Let me see if Joy uh, put more emphasis on that. I'm trying to find out what do you mean by that? If you get mad at someone, then realize you were the one that was wrong, would you apologize? Absolutely. Yeah. But don't think he's going to be quick to do it. I'm not going to lie to you about that. He's not going to be quick to do it, but Give him some time. Yeah, absolutely, he will. It's not difficult for us, but at the same time, when you do something wrong, if you're the type of person that is always admitting your faults, if you're the type of person that takes responsibility for your own actions, if you're the type of person that really dwell on things, he definitely will. He won't really um take that long to do it. But if you're the type of person that have an ego, the type of person that's stubborn and have a more harder edge to yourself and really don't want to admit to anything, he's not going to be quick to apologize to you, if at all. Mula C. L. Mercy L. Hey, Mercy L. Scorpios are so intuitive. I swear they be knowing. Absolutely. I have a Scorpio son. Is 15. Okay, watch him. He's a wild little critter. Whether you know it or not, he's a wild boy. He a wild boy. Let me see. 50 Cent. Yeah, absolutely. 50 Cent. Just like when I look at 50 Cent, he remind me, he act just like my dad. You know what I'm saying? Just like my dad. Like my dad be the type that somebody throw some on stage. He would type that will jump off stage and knock him out in the same instance. I mean, like fly off stage with and just knock him out, jump off stage with you know what I'm saying? Because they're very, it's the emotion, it's not the same emotion as what people think. People think a cancer emotion is always crying. No, he will literally torture his enemies. He will literally grab them, and you know what I'm saying? He like you think of the Mike Tysons, think of the 50 Cents, like you bump shoulders with them the wrong way and you hurt their feelings the wrong way, you better get out the way. Just get out the way. Don't try to come around them. Give them some air because they gonna get crazy. They get real crazy. And please don't go to an event that they don't know you coming to because they will show off. They will embarrass you. Yes, my sister is a cancer. Hey Nola Evans, you said that Scorpios are highly intuitive. Are you all right or wrong most of the time? I don't know what you talk about. Joy, what is going on with you today? I'm trying to understand where you coming from. Hey, Bernisa Dumas. Dumas. Okay. I really appreciate it. Thank you, Bernisa. Man, these questions. Yeah, Rasta. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. You said are highly intuitive. Are you all right or wrong most of the time? A lot of times we are right because a lot of times people come back to me and be like, "Oh, you just told me that." You know what I'm saying? Or my partners, you'd be like, "Oh, you did say that," or you was just saying that a couple of weeks ago. We are very intuitive because we look at the deepest aspects of life. We look at the deepest aspects of a situation. We analyze stuff. Yeah, we analyze it. Just making sure I okay. Let me put my link in one more time for you, those who didn't get it. Cause I know a lot of you just coming in. Um, if you haven't, make sure you show some love if you can. Make sure you donate, show that love. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. You know, because sometimes I'd be like, you know, maybe they get, you know, they don't want to see, you know, no videos today. Sometimes I talk my, you know, when y'all think about a Scorpio overthinking, it's more than what you think it is. Like I actually go to the point of putting words in other people's mouth. Like they ain't gonna want to see me. They ain't gonna want to listen to me. You know, they not. You know, it, my videos. You know, I try to down talk myself. We one thing about us, we are our biggest critics sometimes and our biggest enemies sometimes because we'll tell ourselves like, nah, they ain't wanna. You know, because I be trying to keep myself with a certain humility. So I'm the first one to pick at my own stuff. I'm the first one to criticize my own stuff. So a lot of times y'all see me because I'll be like, you know, maybe give it a break. They ain't trying to keep seeing my face like this, even though y'all enjoying them. Y'all show more than love. than enough love. But sometimes I have to keep reassuring myself because I put so much into it and I'm so serious about it. I never want to do anything halfway. But I realize the more that I do it, the more y'all enjoy it. So I really appreciate the love. Thank you so much. This is my link. Make sure you donate if you can. This is my link if you want to email me. This is my Gmail, my Yahoo account. Make sure you donate if you want any advice. Uh, when they analyze situations, are Scorpio right based off of their intuition? And y'all remember, remember, email me if you have a big situation. Don't. And this another thing about y'all. You cannot ask me one or two questions and think it's going to answer your whole problem with your Scorpio. I think you're going to get those two answers. It's going to help you. I think you're going to come into the chat room and get certain answers to your questions or to all your questions. No, you're going to have to email me. You're going to have to you're going to have to show that love. You're going to have to donate and show that love. But I will answer small questions. But if you got a bunch of questions, you have to make sure you email me. Make sure you donate also. Let me see. Yeah, but yes, it is based right off intuition. And Scorpio, try to answer everybody big questions because sometimes they trying to get from trying to email me. I really appreciate the showing the love though. But answer they small if they got small questions, you can help them with their small questions because I don't want to give nobody taking no quick advice because if you try to thanks Scorpio because if you try to give quick advice about Scorpio man, you most likely gonna get the wrong answer. I know Scorpios take a long time to commit, but can you enlighten me on the signs that tell I haven't been wasting precious time? A sister losing faith, God body, but strong. Email me, Mercy L. Please email me, but I'm gonna answer your question a little bit. Um, no, we don't take a long time to commit, but we will look deep into the situation, but not necessarily long. It can take a long time, but we do. We rather deep inside we rather be with somebody that we can trust and that we can be around and build with. Wait, did you answer my question? Oh Lord, let me see what you're talking about. Wait, I ain't seen your question. Hold on, I see somebody else that I probably missed to speak to though. Let me see. About why they're jealous so easily. Not it's not that we jealous so easily. It's that we just don't play around. We don't play those games. We don't because we put too much seriousness into our situations, into our relationships. We put too much, heartfelt love and you know devotion to the situation. So unless you want that same treatment in return, we do not like playing around with that situation. We do not like playing around with other dudes in our girlfriend's face. Do not play that. We're not jealous in the point of being some whiny little baby or being petty about every little thing. But we will guard for what's ours. We do not play and we will bite and we will bite viciously. We will not only bite, but we will maul anybody that tries to step on our toes. It's all about respect. When you talk about Scorpio, you got to understand we all about power, respect, and you know understanding. And if you try to disrespect us, if you being trying to make us jealous, or if you trying to overstep your boundaries or doing funny stuff, we take that as a disrespect. So we will lose all composure. We do not play around when it comes to somebody that we are invested in, somebody that we in a relationship in, because we don't feel like it's necessary. Because if you we feel like if you want to be I ain't trying to take it to an extreme, but if you type of person that's always on some flirtation stuff, that's being, doing stuff here, even if you doing stuff here and there, like do that crap somewhere else with somebody else. You know what I'm saying? If you want to be a freak, put the hammer, do that. You know what I'm saying? Play that role. If you want to be wifey, play that role. You know what I'm saying? Be who, put yourself in position to where you want him to treat you. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to understand we do have a kinky mind. We you know what I'm saying? We're not Mr. Boy Scout, just like I told you, we're not Boy Scout. We're not trying to be I don't know what I don't know what you get nowadays, but we not the type that we're not very understanding when it comes to stuff like that. Let me add your email to my contact list. Okay. Yeah, make sure you email me. I socialize with people because I'm an air sign and he takes it personally. Keep the, that's cool and everything, but keep that to him, keep that cool, you know what I'm saying? Keep it to a minimum, man. Like even with, I seen like, even with dealing with Geminis and air signs and Aquarius, it's like, it don't, it can match, it can go well, but it will have enormous clashes because he's not gonna tolerate all that in the wind. You know what I'm saying? While you in the wind trying to you know unified with everybody, he's gonna be in the wind going a different direction. He's warning you. He's telling you now. If he's getting to the point where he's telling you vocally, you on thin ice because we are very quiet about certain things till it's at a boiling point. If he's at a point where he's telling you, he's getting to the point where he's fed up. He's getting to the point where he's fed up with K. I'm gonna warn you. He's getting to the point where he's fed up. So you either need to watch how you move, or have some type of discussion and make some middle ground for that because he's not gonna play around with you. There needs to be a real Taurus man page because they the ones like really I like I the ones like I really be confused. Uh, yeah, I done had I done made real close friend with Tauruses, but it's like we always hit a wall where they try to be aggressive towards me, or whether they feel like being they feel like it don't it's so opposite. It's like we do have certain things. It's like a Taurus female. I can get along with a Taurus female to a certain extent. I can get along with a Taurus male. It's like we either real close or we either real far away from each other because they would try to get aggressive with us. They would try to headbutt us like the bull, because the bull likes to charge people. They would headbutt us. They would try to get us with their silent treatment, with their stern stubbornness. It don't really move us. While you sitting there stern and still, we'll just be stinging you until you pass out. Okay, you stand right there. Be stern, be still, be stubborn. And I'm gonna just sting you until you pass. I don't want you to move. I want you to stay right here so I can sting you until you pass out. That'll be just fine. It works perfectly. You know what I'm saying? And it's like their aggression when they hit clash heads with us. It's like a head-on collision because you're dealing with somebody that just is tough, if not tougher than you. But we don't really show. We have a more laid-back exterior. Uh, uh, Towards the towards males try to get aggressive and try to boss us around, and they'll do it unknowingly sometimes and just be barking at stuff and saying stuff, blurting out stuff, and like I don't care what you think. Like, shut up. You know what I'm saying? Like we like talk like oh look at my chain, look at my watch, because y'all know y'all materialistic. Look at my watch, look at my like out like dude, you keep disrespecting me. What you want me to beat you out your fur coat? I can beat you out your fur coat. I can snatch your Stacy's right off you. It don't matter. I don't care how expensive your stuff is. I can I can turn that from riches to rags for you. Like we don't play those games. We do not play those games with them. And it's a respect between us. It's a mutual respect, but it's a animosity. It's a certain hidden animosity because tourists like to push people around. They like to be aggressive towards people. So it's kind of iffy. Let me see. I got a rose from another guy who was a friend. He saw it and started ignoring me and flirting with other girls. Like, nah, we don't like playing those games. You don't play those games because if you talking about us, we don't play those games. We do not play those games. Just like I had, I don't even like putting a whole lot of stuff out because I don't even want to say too much. But if you just don't play those games with us, because we are not too keen on that. We act really bad. It's like allergic. We are allergic to goofy dudes and bozos trying to holler at our woman. Cause like like bro, like get lost. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, we ain't gonna be we don't try to jump in with no cake. We hold our position down in silence. We hold ours down in silence because we know what we can bring to the table. Let me see, I got a roll. Okay. Ayla, Alea, Alea. Hey, I never understood Taurus, man. Mother, it's cause it's called Taurus community. He said they like to be chased. They need a lot of reassurance. And we don't, and we're not gonna give them no reassurance. We definitely not. And they have a lot of stubborn pride, and we're not going to bow down to them or try to make them feel comfortable in our presence. We're not going to try to say things that don't rub them. Like we're going to be us Scorpios. We are who we are. You know what I'm saying? When y'all that aggression, all that it don't move us. You know what I'm saying? That moving slow. You can move slow. You can move at a molasses pace, but the Scorpio is gonna run circles around you, whether you realize it or not. As a But then it's the ones that are real cool, that are more mature, that grow on me. They you know what I'm saying, they can, like one girl in high school is like Taurus are, they have a certain thing with us. It's like I told y'all about this Taurus girl, like I don't know, she might even watch my channel, but she it was like we had a fire drill in high school and there was like 1,000 of us outside, the whole school outside or whatever. And I was in the back of the crowd. I was like way in the back, in the thick of the crowd. And she could just, next thing I'm talking to my homeboy. I'm like, yeah, yeah, boom, she's right in front of my face. And she had like these turquoise green, like greenish, crazy, beautiful eyes. And she was just looking at me. Y'all had this aggressive, stern attraction about y'all. And she could I'm like, how did she find me? And she was just like, you know what I'm saying? You my cousin. They was like, you like my cousin, you like my people or whatever. And she just had this stern confidence about herself in silence. She didn't even answer the person. She was just staring at me like, yeah, I like him. Like, what do you think? Why you think I'm standing here? Like, y'all have this stern, aggressive nature about y'all. Let me see. As a Leo, I don't chase, so that makes y'all excuse me. Um, as a Leo, I don't chase, so that makes sense as to why we never get anywhere. I wouldn't say that Leos do chase when they want something. They will chase you because the lioness do chase what they want. When they want something, they do chase it. They are the hunters. They are the hunt. The lioness do chase. So you got to understand that Leo women do chase when they want something. They do chase it because when I had my Leo ex, she had that pride. She had. Let me make sure. Can y'all hear me? Make sure y'all can hear me. Let me know if y'all can hear me. Let me know if y'all can hear me. Can y'all see me? Okay, okay. Just making sure. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Y'all make sure y'all show that love. I'm gonna give y'all. I'm gonna give it to y'all today, but y'all gotta show that love. Make sure y'all donate. Show that love. I really appreciate it. Scorpios are the best in my opinion. Easy going. Yeah, we easy going until you rock our boat, until you test us, until you put us and get us mixed up with the wrong person because we have a laid back exterior, but at the same time, I told you we have a certain aggression. It's not that 2019 aggression either, where we doing all that extra, yeah, like we gon' it's an old school sternness. It's like that old granddaddy or your daddy that brought you up in the '70s. It's like the dad from the '70s. It's like he point that finger and put that stare at you, and he could catch your attention just like that from across the room. When you see that Scorpio staring at you, I had that certain look on his face. You already know what's gonna happen. You already know what you're in store for. You can look at us and already know what you're dealing with. They really be the same for years. I can't. They not boring though. They funny. And one thing about it is that's the crazy thing about it is when it comes to us as Taurus, we don't. We love the boring part because we love their consistency. We see it. We don't see it as boring. We see it as consistent. We like that they're practical. They are dependable. You can depend on them, but we will not be muscled by them. We will not be bossed around by no one because they're extremely bossy. Let me see. Yeah, they like to own people. No boundaries. Yeah, my arch enemy is Taurus. Oh, okay, okay. Wayne Jasper said I don't mess with no Taurus. Taurus man just not worth. I got a sad Venus. They love passion, but be bland as hell. Okay, okay. You can hear me, Miss Marzette. Okay, I'm just making sure. I really appreciate all the love. Thank y'all so much for coming in. Y'all really, really been showing love. Let me make sure I put my links in. Yeah, make sure I get that info. I'm gonna put my link in one more time. I love y'all. I appreciate all the love. Thank you so much. I really, really appreciate it, y'all. Thank you so much, Nina, Sky 11, Hook, Wonders Love. Thank you, all my moderators. Thank you, Wayne, Jasper. Just everybody, man. I really appreciate. I love all of y'all. I really appreciate all the love. Make sure you show some love if you can. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Make sure I got this right. This link. Make sure you donate if you can, and hit me up on the email if you can. And make sure when you email me, you must put in the 89. You can't just put my name in email. You can't just put the name and put yahoo.com. You have to put the whole thing. You can't just put the word in and not put the numbers. You got to put the 89 in. So thank you so much. Because if you don't put the 89, you will not get no email back because it's not going to come to me. It's going to go to somebody completely different. So if you've been emailing me and you haven't been receiving it, you need to check the email address because you're probably emailing the wrong person. Let me see. That's true, but I can't be bossy with my Scorpio. I wouldn't. Yeah, I understand, Sarah. I understand. Yeah, we're bossy. Yeah, we're not bossy. We're controlling of our environment. Yeah, I understand. I understand. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like. I really appreciate it. All the love. Thank you so much. Please make sure you show that love back and donate. I really thank you so much. I will be back soon. And thank you so much for all the love and support. You know, all my brothers, pounds, half fives, everything. You know, big kiss to all the ladies. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I love y'all. Thank you so much. Yeah, I told you sometimes I smooth it out for y'all. Sometimes I get rough with it. Sometimes I get romantic. Sometimes, you know, I take it all over the place for y'all. So I thank y'all so much for all the love and support. Thank you. Thank you. And I will see y'all soon. Peace out and have a wonderful weekend. And you never know, I might pop up again. So y'all tune in and y'all look out for me because I might show up and pop up a surprise video this weekend. So I will see y'all later. Peace.